All right, welcome guys to today's video. And today we're going to be talking to Deja Merritt. She is one of my longest clients. She's been working with me for, I think we just made a year in November. And so we're going to talk to Deja to see, where her business was before she started working with me and how her business has progressed after she started working with me over this past year. So Deja, welcome. Go ahead and formally introduce yourself to everybody. Let them know who you are and, how long you've been in business.
Hi, everyone. My name is Deja Merritt. I'm an accountant and tax strategist. I run a virtual accounting and tax firm. I've been in business now for about 3 years. So I'm approaching 3 years in December, coming up on my 3-year anniversary. And I work with service-based business owners to help them pay close to $0 in federal taxes, eliminate debt, and then also manage and maximize their own bookkeeping so that they save thousands of dollars on traditional bookkeeping. So that kind of encompasses everything I do in my virtual tax firm with the debt relief, the tax preparation for business and individuals.
Beautiful. And I love how you already have like your go-to statement. It's already locked and loaded and ready to go. You were like prepared.
Okay,
So tell me, Deja, like where were you before you met me as far as with your tax and bookkeeping business?
good question. So before I met Krista, I was struggling to get over 10K in my business. So I'm in the online space now and people are having 10K months. Well, I was struggling to get over 10K annually in my business. So I started off, just to tell you guys a little bit more about me, I started off doing taxes about 8 years ago. And I worked for Liberty Tax Service. I actually went there. I took their little 5-week training course. Actually, this was over 10 years. Yeah, this was 10 years ago. Took their 5-week training course. And I'm like, I want to learn how to do taxes. And then I don't think I really paid attention much in class. But come like the last day, the lady was hiring people. Like she was asking people, do they want to work? So I'm like, I need to start paying attention. So like I started doing the work, right? So I'm like, I need a job. That was the whole reason for me coming here. I need a job. Let me start paying attention. So I just started liking it. I just started getting interested in the numbers and tax law. And I worked for that company for a couple of years to kind of get some experience. I worked for several different tax firms just to kind of get an experience of how they run and operate their businesses and just the tax law in general so that I can help clients with strategic tax strategies to help them save the most amount of money. And then about 3 years ago, I said, you know what, I want to kind of do this on my own. I've been helping some people on the side, a couple friends and family members, and I want to make this a business. So I was doing it on the side in addition to my corporate income. And my corporate background is in accounting. So I work in accounts payable in the accounting department for corporate 500 companies, Fortune 500 companies. I've been in that field for about 4 years, so I've really got to see how they operated $1 million budgets, like how they set up their accounts receivable, the accounts payable, how they really reconciled their accounts and looking at the general ledger. And that interests me as well. So I say, how can I incorporate this with the income tax preparation? And I decided accounting would be the great mix for that. It's a balance because now you have business owners that can get their tax and bookkeeping in order so that they're compliant with the IRS, and then they get their accounting in order so that they're running their businesses like Fortune 500 companies. So I started that 3 years ago, and since then, since I started working with Krista, I couldn't get over that 10K mark, right? Remember I said 10K was, but it was okay because in my corporate position, I was making about $40,000. And keep in mind, I was doing this on the side. It was a side hustle for me at the time. So an extra 10K meant that I made 50K per year. So it was comfortable in that moment, but I knew I wanted more. And I seen that I could take this from just a side hustle to a legitimate business. And I came across Krista. I had been following her for a while, seeing her posts, seeing that she was in the industry and doing really, really well and successful. So when she came out with her own program to teach entrepreneurs how to do this, I'm like, where has she been my entire life? Like, I need somebody to help me make more than about 10K per year. And she was like the perfect person to do it.
Beautiful. Okay, so I love that because you started at Liberty Tax, and a lot of people they always ask me like, Krista, should I go work at Liberty Tax or H&R Block first? Like I get that question a lot from newbies. So let me just ask you, do you think it was worth it to work for them first and then step out on your own, or if you could go back, would you have done anything differently?
Absolutely. I'm an experienced person. So I'll take on any task and any position for the experience, and just having that formal training, someone to actually train you in it first, to show you what to look for, to show you some common mistakes and errors that you can make. Someone that can back you up for your first year, because in your first year, you may make some mistakes. So you want to have someone kind of over you, just kind of saying, oh, hey, you forgot this. You just look out for it next time, and you have that support, you have that foundation. And I always feel like you should definitely get the experience first before you start something new. And then you can kind of use your creative energy to turn it into something completely different, which is what I have done. But that experience meant the world to me. Like, I learned so much with those companies.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that.
You're
So, as
welcome.
far as when you first started 3 years ago, you were like, okay, I really like this. I want to do this on the side. I really want to, I can feel like this could be a legitimate business for me. This could bring in some income. When you first started, what or how did you go about getting clients in the beginning?
In the beginning, I got all of my clients from word of mouth. So I don't even know if I was focused on sales in my business. Well, I can say I definitely wasn't focused on sales in my business. To me, sales was, if somebody referred a client to me, I'm like, okay, great, I got some work. I go ahead and accomplish that one, and then try to do a great job and hope that they refer the next person to me. So I guess my way of selling was referrals, which was, you see where that got me.
Well, you got up to, so tell me, how many clients did you work your way up to in those 3 years before working with me?
In those 3 years, and I would honestly say, when I first started, I had a lady from my church, and I used to do her taxes. And when I say she invited all of her friends and family to me, like, she sent so many people my way. She was really a blessing to my business. So in those 2 years, I would say I had between 15 and 20 faithful clients. And I would probably say she recommended between 15 and 18 of them. Like, it was amazing. That just goes to show, when you have somebody that believe in you and believe in your work, like, they really can be your best cheerleader and go hard for you. And she definitely did that for me. So just between 15 and 20, like, loyal clients that came back each year.
Were you doing any bookkeeping clients then?
No bookkeeping clients at all, and no business tax clients, just individual only.
Okay, no bookkeeping, no business tax. Okay, got you. And like, how much revenue were you bringing in?
I was bringing in, oh, so I have the numbers. So my first year in business, I brought in $8,312. In my second year in business, I brought in $9,483.
$483. Okay. And then your third year, was that the year that you worked with me, or was that?
Yes,
Okay.
that's
So
the
we'll
year.
talk about that. Just okay, beautiful. All right. And then before joining the program and working with me, like, how often were you making connections with prospects on a week-to-week basis? Like having strategy points?
Not often. Strategy sessions were probably foreign to me. Like, talking to people on the phone, that was completely foreign. Like, talking to people that I didn't know, that was completely foreign. I don't even think I followed up with the tax clients. They kind of just called me back when it was time. And that's how I was onboarding my clients, like, straight, like, side hustle. Like,
Right.
thank you, Krista. You saved my world.
Cool. Okay, I love this. I love this. All right, perfect. So let's talk about after you joined the program. So you were telling me, you barely hopped on the phone with people. You really didn't understand or do sales conversations with people. You had a great blessing come your way with this lady. She loved you, so she sent a lot of people your way from church. And so you were able to kind of build it up from that initial base of people, and then kind of word of mouth from there to about 15 to 20 people. So your first year you made like $8,000. That's still really, I mean, that's an extra $8,000, so
I agree.
I couldn't, yeah, no, that's great. And then the second year, a little bit more, it was 9,400, you said. Now let's talk about when you made the transition and after we started working together. What was your business like after you learned the strategies, as far as having strategy sessions, doing your marketing on social media? What did your business start to look like? And talk about some like real problems and like resistance and all of, like, trying to be as transparent as possible just with the process that you went through over the past year.
Yes, good question. So When I first enrolled in the program, it was just like the clarity that I got from speaking with Krista on the coaching calls, just like understanding like really my value, like what I brought to the market and what I offered. That was like eye opening. And I would say my transformation really started when Krista challenged me to up level even my personal goals. Like I came to her like, listen, I just want to make an extra 20 grand. You know, if I make 30,000 during the tax season, I'll be completely happy. I'm okay with that. And she's like, no, I think that you can definitely make six figures. Like, and Krista's always so confident with this. Like, she's like, she's like, no, you definitely can make at least 120. Let's set your goal for 120. And at first I was just like, okay, if you think I can make 120, let's set it for that. And then it was like, can I really, reality setting and like, can I really make that much? And then what is that going to take for me to onboard, to make six figures? Like, how many more clients will I have to onboard? What does that process look like? What does that back end process look like? And I remember telling Krista, like, when I first started the program, like, I don't want to focus on paid outreach yet. I would rather focus on organic outreach. That way I wait until my message is clear enough to be able to reach those people in the paid realm of things. And then also I want to be able to develop the processes and systems and put those in place as I'm growing. So if tomorrow I get 50 new people, like I have a process to take them through. I don't want to get 50 new people and I'm pulling my hair out, stressed out because I don't know how I'm going to serve all of these people, right? And frantic at the last minute. And she understood that immediately when I say everything in the program, from working on the processes and the systems, like how are we going to onboard these clients, and schedule them? How are you going to schedule your clients? What processes are you going to take them through? What systems are you going to have in place to serve your clients? When I say everything is there, it blessed me in a whole nother way. It gave me a whole nother confidence because I felt like, okay, if 50 people do come today, okay, now I got this set up. So, I can handle those people and I can serve them well and give them great customer service. And they're not just looking like, listen, she over here giving these great promises. And then I come over there and, the process is jacked up. So that gave me a whole nother level of confidence.
I love that. I love that. And that's so important because a lot of people, I see like in different like tax professional Facebook groups, they're like, oh man, I've been turning away business because one, they just don't feel confident. Two, they don't have a system or process in place. So yeah, like I hear a lot of people all the time, they just turn away money because they just aren't in the space to even take on those additional type of clients, either one with either the skills, or if they have the skills, they're like, well, now I need to figure out the process. Like I don't have the process in place. So I love that you said that. So one of the things that I love that you said, you're like understanding your value, like just, I guess learning your value, positioning your value, quantifying your value. So let's talk about a little bit about your pricing and how has it changed? I don't know if it changed, but so let's talk about your pricing before you worked with me and then your pricing now. So on average, like what was your price before joining the program and how much more, if any, did you increase your price after joining the program?
So I increased my prices by a couple $100 each tier of pricing. So I would just to give for an example, say I was doing like a individual tax return, I was charging like $150 for that. So when you're new and you're just trying to get clients and your system is halfway together and you don't want them to judge you, like we'll give these lower prices, right? We'll start off like, okay, hey, pay me $150 when I know that it should be way more, because if you go to H&R Block or Liberty Tax Service, they're going to charge you $450 and I'm charging $150, like crackhead prices. So that's what my prices were before I worked with Chris. So they were crackhead prices, and I went up at least by $200 with every tier. So at least the individual starting at $350. Even Schedule C's, I went up a couple $100. So that took my profit up tremendously.
Got you. Okay, so let's talk about profit now. So in the third year, so you said the first year was $8,000, second year was $9,000. The third year, when we started working together, how much money have you made?
I am on track to hit 60K in gross revenue this year. Okay. And I'm so excited because I told you guys that I was making 10K before, and then in my corporate position, I was making about 40. So that was 50 total. and to see that I completely replaced my corporate income and made what I made in this 1 year, like just by having processes and systems in place that actually work. I'm like, I really just did this. I really just made $60,000. That might not be big for you, but it's
No,
big.
that's crazy because like what we call that is evidence, right? It's just
Okay.
evidence. So you this year was your evidence year where you're like, this is possible. This is
Yes.
this first year it laid the foundation for you. So it's
Yes.
like you went through all of the trials and tribulations, the increase, the back and forth, like just growth, right? Like this was a growth year for you, an evidence year to where you like, I know it's possible. And if I can make 60 grand, like doing this business, replace my complete salary, plus what I was making as a side hustle, next year, like everything is within your control, right? The 6 figures is totally within your control.
It totally is. And I'm excited about it. I've already been accepting deposits for the upcoming tax season. So we're actually on track to hit that 6 figures. Like I'm already booked out for next year. So I'm like ecstatic. And I have my processes and systems in place. So when they come, I'll be ready. And it's a process. Like I'm constantly learning every single day.
Right.
I'm implementing something new in my business every single day. But I am so excited.
All right, so last few questions here. So let's wrap up with your strategy session. So before you were like, I didn't really even follow up with my tax clients. Now, in a given week or month, like how many people are you connecting with over the phone on average?
On average, I'm connecting with about 10 people per week, 40 people per month, and that's on a slow week. Depending on if I'm doing a launch in my business or if I did any sales or anything like that, it could be anywhere between 60 people per month.
Wow.
Which is cray.
Yeah, like you're literally on the phone with 40 to 60 people per month that are prospects. Like these people volunteered to get on the phone with you. You didn't cold call them. They were like, yes, I want to talk to you. And that's so powerful because some people listening to this message today, they probably can't conceptualize that. They're like, how the heck is she talking to 40 to 60 potential clients, new potential clients every single month? So tell them, which platform do you use primarily to book out your strategy sessions?
Primarily, I use Facebook to book my strategy sessions. Only Facebook so far. I just jumped over to Instagram, but yep, only through Facebook.
Okay, got you. So Facebook has pretty much been your primary source of additional revenue this year. Like you've got most of your clients this year from Facebook.
Yes, and I would say even family who I haven't talked to in ages, or family that we just don't connect on a regular basis like we should. Like I've gotten so many friends, family, acquaintances, and new prospect clients from Facebook.
That's so powerful. Okay, great. Yeah, because it's like you might not talk to your third cousin on your father's side, but you guys are friends on Facebook. So
Yes.
because of the strategies, they notice you. They're like, oh man, like I need to come to her.
I love it. Yes.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
exactly
So
how it works.
So as far as, the Facebook, so let's talk about your niche a little bit. I want you to tell people a little bit more about the services that you offer, because I think that you do have a very unique service offering. Well, you have about 30 to 40% of the people that come our way offer additional services like you, as far as like the credit repair. And then you have additional services in there that you put in. So how have you been able to balance as far as your service offerings? And then two, just tell people a little bit more about your niche and why you chose that niche.
Sure. So my niche is coaches and consultants. I chose that niche because that's where I hang out a lot. I hang out in business and marketing groups a lot, and I'm connecting with these people on a regular basis. And it's like I learn so much from them. I grow so much, even when I have strategy sessions. Like I never get on a strategy session with the intention just to sell you. Like I genuinely want to connect and learn more about your business and what you do. I would say I've grown my business tremendously just by reaching out to people and connecting with them, and they tell me what they do. And I'm like, that's exactly what I need at that moment in my business. And they send me over a proposal and I process payment, or vice versa. So it's really just that simple. You never know what people do until you connect with them and talk about it. And I've been blessed tremendously from that. So my service offerings, what I tried to do was I, I tried to keep the things that I absolutely love in my business. And by doing that, I'm not all over the place. I'm not trying to do a whole bunch of things at once. I'm not just taking everybody's money, right? So in my business, I help service-based business owners pay close to $0 of federal taxes, eliminate debt, and manage and maximize their own bookkeeping so that they save thousands of dollars on traditional bookkeeping. So that includes individual and business tax preparation and accounting, helping service-based business owners create an accounting system for their business so they can run their business like a Fortune 500 company. There's no reason why your accounting system shouldn't be in place to where you aren't hemorrhaging profit and income in your business, but you're actually planning for the future and you're looking at business metrics to see how you can grow and scale and increase your revenue. So I do that. I help people with Chapter 7 bankruptcy. So I help them become debt free. I've worked with over 75 clients this year to help them become debt free. And that feeling that I get from that, it makes me so fuzzy inside because I remember when even I went through a bankruptcy over 8 years ago, and I was in a position where I couldn't afford to pay off all my debt. I didn't have the money to pay these people back. And it was like, how long is it really going to take me to get rid of all of this debt? Like, am I going to be paying on this for 10 years? Like, I'm not making a lot of money. The money that I do make, I have to take care of my household and my family. So I remember the stress and the overwhelm that I had from having all that debt on my back. And then I filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and it was literally like a fresh start. Now it was like, okay, I know what not to do. I done already messed up. I done already, been through those trials. So now I know what not to do. And just having that clean slate, being able to provide that for my clients has been awesome as well. And even the strategies, even though it's a tax and accounting program, the strategies that I've learned in here, I'm able to help with my bankruptcy clients too. The processes, the systems, the connection costs, it's all the same. Once you do it in one portion of your business, you're going to be doing that in all of your business. Like I didn't think that, how I run my tax strategy sessions would be the same as a bankruptcy strategy session, but it really is. And it helps me get to the end goal, which is onboarding that person as a new client virtually.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that you're like, the process is still the same. It's still sales and marketing. So whatever service you offer, it'll work for you. Like, right. It just goes back to the core fundamentals of like just sales and marketing and just genuinely connecting with people and seeing how you can be of service and how you can help. Awesome. Yeah. So what do you feel, I'm going to actually switch up the last two questions for you, because I want to know like what part of the program helped you most. Well, actually, let's talk about the challenge, I guess. What part of the program was most challenging for you? And then we'll talk about what helped you most.
I would say the part of the program that's most challenging is all of it. Consistency.
Oh no. Okay. Break that down.
So, like, no, all jokes aside, really it's just consistency, and it's just that commitment to do it. It's so many things to do in a business and running a business, right? When you take your business from informal to formal, when you go from a side hustle or a hobby to an actual formal business, there are so many different moving pieces, from your accounting and finances, from your marketing and sales, from your money generating activities that you need to do on a daily basis to make sure that you have the.
Oh no, Deja, you muted yourself.
Just one moment, I want to make sure y'all can hear me.
Okay, there you go. It muted for a second.
Thank you. So there are so many moving pieces. So really, I would just say consistency. And I'm so happy that, let me just tell y'all, Krista is about the only person out there that has a 12-month coaching program. I don't know too many people that will deal with our crazy selves for 12 months. And I love that, because this is not a program that you're going to be in for a month and you get super overwhelmed because you got to do everything all at once. And then you do nothing because it's like, now you're overwhelmed and you stuck, right? I was able to digest it month after month and put one process in place, put the next process in place, learn one thing at a time, And then as I needed support, she was there to answer any questions or really just like hold our hands through the process, which is a blessing. But I was able to digest it so that it didn't get so overwhelming for me. So I would say consistency for anybody is like the key thing, making sure that you're consistent in everything that you do. But
Yeah.
the fact that I was able to digest it in small pieces and actually put those systems in place before I moved on to the next helps with that consistency, because it's like, now I got it. Now I know how to do. Now it's exciting for me. It's like, I'm ready. Come on, bring it.
Right. So would you also say that that was the part that most helped you the most, or what is it another component that most helped you?
In the program, what most helped me?
Mm-hmm.
I would say every single week, every single module helped me, from the sales mastery to the bookkeeping knowledge, to the tax knowledge, to the marketing, to the advertising, to the quantifying your services and figuring out how to price your services. Now that one was good, y'all, because I'm telling you, my profit markets increased once I raised my prices. And it wasn't just like a raise my price, like, hey, I'm going from 150, about to charge you 350. No, it was like delivering great customer service and value to them so that it's worth the money, and helping and being able to communicate to them the value that I was offering, and then have them understand, like, okay, I'm definitely getting a great return on my investment. That part of the program was amazing. Every single part of the program was amazing. So don't ask me to choose one, because I love it all. And the 12-month, that was like super amazing. And the twice a week coaching calls, twice a week. That's 8 times a month.
8 times.
That got me right there.
Okay, perfect. And then the last question is, what would you say? Okay, let's just go back to Deja like a year ago before we started working together. What would you say to her she was on the fence? She was like, I don't really know. I don't know if this program is right for me. I don't know if I should join. I see other programs out there too. I don't know what to choose. Like, what advice would you give that person?
Well, that's a wonderful question, Krista. Let me just tell you, that's a beautiful question. So I do have some advice for that Deja a year ago. So that Deja a year ago consumed all of your content. And if that doesn't have you sold, if the value that you get from the free content doesn't have you sold, what I would tell Deja is look at the program. Go to the landing page, the sales page, whatever it is, and actually look at the program and what you get in that program. And I would say figure out what your return on investment is. So there are so many components to this program, right? That's going to help you with your overall business, not just tax and accounting, but getting more clients and putting together a structure for you to run a profitable, sustainable business, right? So I would go to maybe like the sales mastery, for instance, like knowing what to say to prospects when I get them on the phone, and to have a conversion rate of 20%, like being able to close 20% of my clients. How much income would that bring in for you? Like, so say for instance, you pick up just an extra 5 clients per month with that sales consultation or that sales mastery, being able to master the sales process. Let's say your average price is $500 per month. Well, extra 5 clients, that's $2,500. That's $2,500 that you're going to get just from that portion of it. Okay, let's go to another one. We were talking about charging, your pricing structure. So let's say you do like me, and you serve maybe, let's say 90 clients last year, and you increase your clients pricing by $200. Well, if those 90 clients come back and you added $200 to your bottom line, that's an extra $18,000 worth of income that you're going to get into your business. So with just those 2 portions of the program alone, you're at $20,000. Well, what's the investment to work with, Krista? I don't know what the pricing is right now, but I will weigh that to that $20,000 that I could stand to get. And the return on investment is super crazy. I've 10x my income working with Krista. Like, it would be no thought for me. The only thought that it would be is, how can I fit this into my budget? And if it's not in my budget right now, how can I save up for it? How many months is it going to take me to save up for it so I can make this happen? Because you can't afford not to do it. If you're in this space and you're struggling and you're having a hard time reaching your income goals or even just delivering the value and the service that you know that you can give to your ideal clients, you can't afford not to invest in this program. So that's how I would just figure it out. I would be like, what's my return?
I'm like, well, let me pay you money now.
Send me that invoice.
I love that. Well, thank you so much, Deja, for taking the time out, telling your journey. I know this is going to help quite a few people because the 60% of the people that come to me are like you. They've already been in business. They already have tax clients, but they're like, I can't seem to get as far ahead as I want. And I think this is going to reach a lot of people. They're going to be like, oh my God, man, if she made what I made, let's just say in 2019, they made that $9,000, right? Now they hearing your story that you're going to hit $60,000 for this year, you replaced your salary. They're gonna be like, oh my God, I really know it's possible. So I think when we see evidence of people that look like us, that sound like us, that is having success, like that is so like just a mindset around that, like seeing representation of other people doing it, like this is gonna help a lot of people. Like your message is gonna help a lot of people. Like, oh my God, even if I don't work with Krista, like I know that this is possible. I know I can do it. So thank you
Yes,
so much.
I'm so excited. And I just want to humbly say thank you to you, your gift, your skill. Thank you for sharing this with the world. I'm sure like all of your tax clients that's worked with you over the years, they absolutely love you because I've spoken to some of them and they're like, yes, she is the bomb. And let's say you were able to serve, 200 clients. Well, now just sharing your information with the world, like you're able to touch so many more people now. And I love that because in this space, sometimes we'll keep that skill to ourselves and we'll not want to share or give the information because we feel like somebody is going to compete with us. And I just love how transparent you are in this space. I love how you just give. I love the value that you share. I love the consistency that you have. That motivates me so much. I just appreciate you for spending time with me and investing in me and my business. And I just pray that the Lord continues to bless you, press down, shaking together, and running over, and gives you favor into your business, your life, your family, because you are truly amazing, okay? And if y'all haven't already, I'm leaving the link under this video so y'all can sign up for her program.
Thank you, Deja. Thank you so much for that. And I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.